Hello my loves. Okay, I've got a quick, it's not really a quick set, it's a 23-minute long video. I did these nails slightly differently just to try something, and I didn't actually like the method I used this time. So normally I sculpt out or use tips, create the base, shape the base, then apply the rest of my product. That's how I usually work, unless I'm building a whole nail of nude or a whole nail of clear. This time I prepped all the nails using my Navy Pro tools. I primed using Diamond Nail Supply's acid primer, and I laid my clear base and then went straight in with design. I didn't like doing it that way because they looked a lot more messy before they looked nice, and I found that quite stressful. Everyone's different in the way they do it. I think I like to see the nails looking all neat the whole way through. So for me, I was like, freaking out the whole way through. The forms I'm using are the Kirsty Meakin forms. I really love these. They're very sticky. So if you're trying to rip off the extra bit and sort out the cuticle area and you're wearing gloves, you're gonna just don't, because it just sticks to you. So what I'm doing is I'm laying down a thin clear base and then going straight in with the colours. So I'm using Electric from Diamond Nail Supplies. This is a gorgeous blue. The colours and design were picked by the client because she had a dress that she wanted it to go with. So I'm really laying down a wet bead of this Electric. So it's a small wet bead. I just want the intense colour at the cuticle because I'm going to be putting glitter and like an ombre. So I wasn't too fussed about, I just literally wanted that cuticle area nice and opaque. Then I'm going in with Stardust, which is a super fine silver holographic acrylic powder from Diamond Nail Supplies. You may have seen it on my Snapchat, on my Insta story. So I'm laying down some of the Stardust and then feathering that back over the Electric blue. And then I'm tapping in. This glitter is one of the first glitters I ever bought. It's from Smileys glitter store and it's called Snow Angel. And yeah, I've got a little bit left and I was like, I really love this glitter. But I was unhappy already because normally I would have filed the clear base first and made it all beautiful. I'm going to go straight in and cap, then I can pinch the whole nail. So I'm applying Clarity from Diamond Nail Supplies, tapping it into place and then dragging it down the nail. Yeah, I definitely don't like this method. I'm going to go back. I thought it might save me time, but ultimately I still had extra filing work at the end. Whereas if I do the majority of the shaping at the beginning, when my hands are tired at the end, I have very little filing to do. So I am happier doing it the way I normally do it. And I did sculpt these way too long because when someone says short to me, this is short. It's not short, is it? Not to the normal person. Not at all. So again, I'm laying the clear base, making sure that form's nice and tightly pinched. Feathering it back up the nail. Where's my coffee? And just trying to roughly create the shape I want, which we were going for an almond. It was supposed to be short almond. Like I said, to me these are short, but realistically, to somebody who has never had nails, which she hadn't, these are not short. Checking it's ready to pinch and then leaving it to pinch. I'm going straight in on this nail with Stardust. So I've laid the clear base down, then I'm going in with Stardust. Place the bead on, tuck it in and then feather it down nice and gently. I like these powders because they don't run all over the place, but they do move when you touch them. They don't like set super fast. They're medium, which I love. Place the bead at the tip and then feather it back into the first bead. Sorry. I'm using my Glitter Planet Aqua brush because I think I've buggered my Nailmate brush, my new one. I think, because I went to use it and it just felt weird, like there was something stuck in it. So I think I've ruined my brush. And then I'm going in with Snow Angel over the top again. I'm not worried if there's, like, I just wanted a thin layer of Stardust so there was a holographic shimmer coming through. Stardust is iridescent and it's got chunky hexagons, it's got small pieces, super fine pieces. It's really beautiful. It's difficult to show it on camera, both Stardust and Snow Angel, what they look like. But going straight into cap because obviously I'm going to be pinching. So I need the whole nail to be setting at the same time. Again, you place that bead in, you tuck it in around the cuticle and then feather it down the nail. It's not running, you're not having to chase it. I've got people booking in as of May now for one-to-ones. I'm doing group classes. If you want to set something up, then get hold of me. But I've got bookings already coming in. So yeah, didn't expect that. Didn't expect it to be so quick. Swiping it round. Again, place the bead on. So definitely for me in the future, I will be sculpting my clear base first and shaping, because I find that mentally much more satisfying and easier for me. But everyone's different. I might change as time goes on. I might try it again and think, oh no, I like it this way. But for now. I'm going in with electric again, place the bead on, tuck it right in, and then feather it down. And then tuck it in over the other side to feather it down. So I've got that nice solid colour right at the cuticle area. Just going to place another bead on and feather it down a little bit more so some of the blue continues a little bit further down. And then go in with Stardust and feather that back into the blue. And then go in with Snow Angel. Sometimes if the acrylic's already wet, I'll just tap my brush into Snow Angel and tap that on the nail. Other times, if the acrylic is drying, I'll pick up a tiny bead of clear using my normal ratio, so not really sopping wet bead because you don't need to. Just pick up a normal ratio but smaller and tap that in the glitter. And then apply it to the nail and you'll be able to move it around. Going into pinch. And then capping that nail. Capping the first part anyway, where the apex needs to be. Tucking the bead up there. And then feathering that edge down. Leaving the majority of the product in the apex area. I can hear Oliver whistling. And then I'm going to place a bead of the clear at the tip and just feather that back. Yeah, I just found it so weird doing it like this. Looking back at it, I'm like, oh my god. But I still wanted to show you. I nearly didn't because I hated the process, like looking at it. By the way, what you can see glistening on the finger I'm using now, that's not like a cut. That's actually a piece of glitter that had gone too close to the cuticle area, so I filed that away. It looks like a cut, but it's not. It's because it's iridescent. So clear layer going on, feathering it right up the nail, getting that join line nice and tight. And then tapping it into place. So if you're trying to get your clear base to set up, don't go in with a super wet brush to tap it around because you'll add more monomer to the product. I'm placing on that electric. I'm sorry that the form is kind of in the way of your view. I'm tucking it in, same routine, and then feather it down. It's such a rich colour, it's really nice. And then it in with Stardust. See how that bead is easy to control. There is US shipping now, which is great. And I think they're doing different kits as well. But as always, all of the links will be in the description box. Tapping in that lovely glitter. See, the acrylic was still wet, so I just tapped it in on that occasion. Then I went and picked up a little bit more, tap it in again. And then capping with clear. Tucking it in. Feathering it down the nail. Checking that that one's ready to have the form removed. Pull it down so you don't cause any pain. And then onto the thumb. So I had to adapt the form slightly, but it was fine. It was easily enough done. So I'm making sure the form lines up at the bottom, giving it a good pinch. You see we've got a really nice tight fit there. I am in love with these forms, I really like them. So I'm definitely going to purchase more. If they're in stock. Applying the clear bead. This is going to be another nail of full, oh my god, Stardust, the holographic powder. I don't know why I didn't show you me putting the clear on at the cuticle area. I must have just like either not recorded or forgotten to stick it in, sorry. But I'm placing the bead on, tucking it right in there and then feathering it down the nail, as you can see. Pop another wet bead on. I'm not too fussed about having a thick nail because I'm going to apply glitter and then cap it. If I build the base layer too thick, we're just going to have a big bulky fat nail. I'm just going to apply another bead down at the very tip and blend it back, make sure that everything's covered. I didn't show you all of the filing. I took a lot of the length down with my e-file because to me these are short, but obviously they weren't short enough for the client. So I actually took a lot of the length off, and I'm showing you, I've kept the hand filing in there, I have sped it up a bit. So we've taken a lot of length off, and now I'm going in and creating that nice almond shape. I'm loving this Nailmate, the steel file. Really like that. So I'm using my Valentine dust collector as always. Sinuses are still completely fine. And I'm just always doing sidewalls, free edge, making sure I'm happy with the tip, you know, the shape at the tip of the nail, and then I'm going over the cuticle and over the body of the nail. And then I'll go back over the sidewalls quickly. When I'm running my finger over it, I'm feeling for ridges. So when you see me file and then I run my thumb over the nail, that's me having a feel for the nail. Does it feel like it flows? Does it feel, because I use my eyes and look as well, and I feel. It's just a natural thing I've always done. I don't know if anyone else does that, but it's just something I've always done. I just feel the top of the nail. I felt like my hands were already tired by this stage, and it was a lot of extra filing because I hadn't shaped my base. That's how I felt. Other people might find it works better for them doing it that way, but for me, I think I'd rather next time just do my base first. So I'm trying to show you my filing process, so I'm going from the underneath up the side, underneath up the side. Then I'm going to start thinking about the tip of the nail and the shape I want that to be. So we're taking it in because it's more of an almond shape. Bringing that round. I do like this file because it doesn't bend, so you get more filing done. Sounds strange, but it works more effectively or more efficiently. So I'm working on those edges. I'm checking the underneath. And I'm going around the body with around the cuticle and the body in there with my other file on a 180 grit. And then I'll probably go back over the free edge again, just because I've changed the body, so I'm going to just make sure it all ties in nicely and looks good. Hang on, the dog is now knocking at the door to come in. Come on, Milo. There we are. So once I'm happy with that, see, I knew I'd go back in, I always do. Always fiddle with it again. And I've gone back to the pinky. I faffed about a lot, I'll be honest with you, I really did. I'm going to do the same process. I'm going underneath first because obviously I want to come under and up to shape those sides. I do find this file takes it down a lot quicker. And then over the cuticle area, over the body of the nail. And I often turn my file and do front to back. I've seen that other techs do it as well. I like the way it makes the nail flow. See, you can see me rubbing my thumb over the nail there as well. I've kept in loads of filing. If you're bored, just fast forward. But for those that are getting to grips with filing and shaping, I thought it might help. These are not my favourite nails that I've done, don't get me wrong, but I still included them because they're the kind of things you're faced with in a basic salon set, aren't you? Standard length, more natural shape, less extreme work, and a design that's picked by, you know, a client as opposed to something we've created ourselves. And she was incredibly happy. She messaged me that night and said, "Oh, my nails are so fabulous." So Looks really rough, doesn't it? Because I've fast forwarded it. But yeah, I'm still definitely going to sculpt and shape my clear base first. It's just less work for me on my hands. It's quicker for me to file a thin clear base than it is for me to file a big nail, you know, a full nail, and it's easier on my hands. So going in with my Kirsty Meakin buffer, just get out any harsh lines. Onto the thumb. The only thing I find with thumbs is people hold them at awkward angles and expect us to see to work. Do you ever get that, when you literally have to twist your neck just to see their thumb because they can't turn their arm and we can't turn our head? It's so weird. Sometimes, because I've been working at a dining room table, because their hands are higher than me, I'm looking at a weird angle. I've knelt on my chair before to file a thumb. The things you do. As you can see with my fingers, I'm pulling that skin down on the sidewall so it's not in the way while I'm filing. I don't want it in the way. I don't want to catch it because I'm in my zone. I'm in a rhythm of filing. So it's easier for me to pull the skin out of the way and get on with tucking that file in. Quick buff, and then we're going to clean up and go in with top coat. So I just use prep spray on my brush to clean up. And here we are with the top coat. See, they look fine now they're finished. It's just I didn't like the process. Oh, the pinky was out of shot. Ever so efficient. Onto the ring finger. I've removed my gloves because I don't want any dust in the top coat. I wish you could see this like in the daylight. It's so sparkly. I've taken my thumb off because I'm going to be trying some fiberglass stuff that I was sent to try out. So I will get that done. So the top coat I'm using is Diamond Nail Supply's Tack Free Top Shine. Super duper shiny. Look at that. Oh my god. And here's a quick video of the finished set. I hope you've enjoyed this. It was an experiment, so now I know I'm not going to do it that way again. I'll see you in my next video. Tally bye!